day 13, living off-grid, and we have some really awesome news.
Yeah. So you hear it running in the background, guys. We just got it all set up. You guys are going to see it as we see it. So we're going to go up here and we're going to turn the generator on and see what our well does.
Yes.
So let's get after that. Now, guys, the generator is super loud. I don't know that we're going to be able to talk much while we're up there, but we want you guys to see it when we see it, and then Jen will probably just kind of walk away and finish the video.
Yeah, but I highly recommend turning your video, your computer down or your phone down as we get closer, because it's really loud.
We'll see how well. You want to go over there? You want to go over there?
This is coming up like 200 feet, y'all, so it takes a second. There it is. Hang on, say it again.
Look at that, guys! Okay, let's get it where we're not wasting it.
Y'all saw it, it worked. The water doesn't smell funny or anything. It is a little bit cloudy, but in my experience with my last well, I actually had to run it and run it and run it and run it to flush it out. So it's probably gonna be a minute until we get better water. But good news is it doesn't have any funky smell to it. It's pretty darn clean. And I think that with a little bit of a homemade filtration system, actually one of you wonderful subscribers out there sent Wiley the plans for one that he had built using rock and sand and charcoal, and he said it makes it totally drinkable. So we'll be doing something like that in the future. But in the meantime, that's what we've accomplished today. And now Wiley and I have to run into town and take care of some business. We have a job coming up next week back in Oklahoma, and we got to get some paperwork and stuff sent off for that. And then we have the boys down here by the camp cleaning out, I don't know, our kind of roundabout spot. And our next project that we are going to be working on is we're going to dig a hole, and then we're going to build kind of a root cellar or storm shelter combination. And we are going to build a structure and then rebury it, because we really need a place for food storage right now. All of our food supply, which is not a little bit, is in Lily's bus, and it's taking up a lot of room. And so we really need to get something done with it, especially before it gets too hot. And then, yeah, so that'll be our next project. But Wiley and I have to head on out, but we really wanted to share with you guys that the well is working. The pump is doing good. And soon we'll have an update for you guys on how much water it'll hold. We don't know that yet because we just turned it on. But we are gonna measure how much water we can get out of it per day. The well guy, the guy who did it, he said that he would help us out on drilling another one if this one doesn't work out. So we're gonna give this one a shot first before we take on that favor. And I guess that's really all we got for y'all today. Oh, except this. I wasn't planning on talking about this, but I just walked up to it, and I'm a plant person, so I gotta show you. Look at all my beautiful plants. I have different kinds of grapes. I have raspberries and blackberries. Oh, this one's raspberry. That one's blackberry, I think. And then I've got different rose bushes, blueberries, tomatoes. A lot of this is stuff that I overwintered last year. Here's another grape. That one's going crazy already. You can see it sprawling everywhere. Here's another blueberry. This is another grape that's going crazy. Here's one of my pepper plants I'm surprised it's putting off. It looks kind of sad. It's got these pretty peppers. This is an Aurora pepper. It is a mild pepper, and they only get to be, I mean, they're not big peppers, but they end up shooting off of here, and they end up being different colors as they ripen. And it's a really, really pretty plant when it's all in its full glory. And then more tomatoes. I also have a hibiscus, a braided hibiscus tree, just because it's pretty. That's my guilty pleasure. And I also have a pepper plant that is about this tall, and it's a hot pepper that I overwintered last year, and it's covered in peppers already too. So I'm really excited to have all of my little green babies here so I can take care of them. Anywho, in the future we would really like to have a big giant garden again, but I don't know. That might be a little while. I might have to help Jeff with his garden to cure my craving for it until I get a big garden again. Well, I don't know. I don't know what else to talk about. I don't feel like we've been making a lot of progress over the past week, and I wish we had more to share with you guys, but be counting on seeing us working on building a root cellar, because I think that coming into tornado season and needing a place to store our food is utmost important right now. So we're gonna get that built. We still have to wait until the ground dries out enough where we wanted to put our camp originally, and it's gonna take a while, especially since this week there's rain on the forecast every day this week. It actually turned out to be a really beautiful day today. Regardless, we did have a little bit of sprinkles this morning, but it wasn't bad. But until we get the ground dried out and we can move our camp, we don't want to start building our camp because it's all gonna have to be moved. So instead, we're gonna do the root cellar, and that'll be a good practice building something. I'm not sure. We've kind of went back and forth on the ideas of doing it earthship style or building it like an old dugout like the Indians and stuff used to make, and the mountain men, you know, and we can line the walls with logs and things like that and make it structurally sound. It's not going to be buried deep. I don't know how deep it's going to be buried. Enough, however much we have to bury it to, you know, regulate the temperature in there. And then we can just use like a solar light and run it in there and have a light inside. Here comes Wiley. He's got to take the generator back to camp before we go to town. It's much quieter now that he has it idled down. Okay, I mean it this time. I really think that's all the updates I have for you today. But tomorrow, hopefully we'll be able to show you some progress that was made. Bye, we love you guys. We'll see you tomorrow.